we shall continue the derivations in this video. Besides changing the ordinary differential equations into the dimensionless variables, we also need to convert our boundary conditions into the dimensionless variable terms as well. So the BC1, which was originally at z equals 0, t equal tw, then this with this one will be equal to 0, and then your phi, this one will be tw minus ta divided by tw minus ta, and this will be equal to 1. Okay, and then your BC2, z equal L, dt over dz is equal to 0. Okay, then you insert that particular value, L over L will be equal to 1, and then d of this tw minus ta divided by this L equal to 0. So your this d phi over d of this dimensionless distance will be equal to 0. Okay. Now we go back again into this particular ODE. We can express this in terms of this. Without going into the details of the solutions, we can show that the solution of this second order ODE basically can be in terms of theta equal to exponential of this plus this, or alternatively it can also be expressed in terms of the theta equal to c cos hyperbolic n of the dimensional distance, d sin hyperbolic n dimensionless distance. These two terms are equivalent. You can solve using this, or you can solve using this one, but the second form is preferable, that we will use it in here. In both cases you have the same two constant that you need to obtain from the boundary conditions. Okay, so let's stick with the second one, and let's try to solve it using the c and the d using the boundary conditions given. So BC1, this will be equal to 1. So if we put that thing in, then 1 equal to c cos h n multiplied by 0 plus d sin h n multiplied by 0, and then 1 equal to c cos hyperbolic of 0 will be equal to 1, sin hyperbolic of 0 will be equal to 0, so your c will be equal to 1. As a result, your theta should be equal to cos hyperbolic n dimensionless distance plus d, or I put it in the just below, d sin hyperbolic n distance. Okay, and BC2 at the dimensionless distance of 1, then the derivative of the theta with respect to the distance will be equal to 0. The details of the derivative and also the other equations is given in the note that comes in this week canvas. Okay, so you may want to look at that notes. Okay, in here we simply just will cover with the necessary steps to get the final expression. Okay, then we get this nd cos hn is equal minus n sin hn, and then this n can be crossed on the left and then on the right, and then d will be equal to minus sin hn divided by cos hn, and this will be equal to minus tangen hn. Okay, then your final expressions of your theta will be cos hn distance minus tangen hn sin hyperbolic n multiplied by this variable of distance. Okay, and we can expand here and change the denominator and the denominator, express it in terms of the hyperbolic expression. Then we have a much simpler expressions of this theta. And this will be what we have in here, n 1 minus the dimensionless distance divided by cos hn. So this in here will be your final expressions of the dimensionless temperature, and this expression is only valid if the heat loss at the end and at the edges are negligible, as is the assumption that we used before. Okay, then the effectiveness of the surface of the fin surface can be defined by this factor called mu. So this one will be the actual rate of heat loss, and then the one on the bottom is the rate of heat loss from an isothermal fin at Tw. So the denominator in here basically refers to the ideal situations where all the temperature on the fin has a temperature of Tw, which is equal to the temperature of the wall. Okay, then this can be expressed mathematically in terms of the integration of 0 to W, 0 to L, H, T minus TA, dz, dy, divided by integrations of 0 to W, 0 to L, H, this one is Tw minus TA, dz, dy. You need to look at these expressions in here to understand the difference between the one on the numerator and the one on the denominator. Okay, now we can continue further with this. So your efficiency will be equal to integral 0 to L T minus TA dz integral 0 to W dy divided by H Tw minus TA integral 0 to L dz integral 0 to w dy. This is because this term in here can be separated with this term in here because t is only a functions of z. Okay, so there is no correlations between y and z and t. Okay, the one in the bottom as well, z in here with y in here is independent with the tw minus ta. So you can you have to basically understand the dependence of each variables, and this one can be expressed in terms of the dimensionless variables. And we can simplify further by basically cancelling some terms in here that are similar. Okay, this LW. Okay, then this will be equal to integral from 0 to 1 of this, integral from 0 to 1 of this. Then we have this mu is equal integral 0 to 1 cos hn 1 minus this divided by cos hn divided by 1 minus 0. This term in here comes back to your term in here. Okay, so you need to substitute that term. Then this will be equal to integral from 0 to 1 cos hn 1 minus dimensionless distance divided by cos hn, and this will be equal to 1 over cos hn 1 minus n sin hn 1 minus this distance, dimensionless distance 0 to 1. Okay, and this will be equal to 1 n cos hyperbolic n sin hyperbolic 0 minus sin hyperbolic n. Then this will be 1 over n sin hyperbolic n divided by cos hyperbolic n. So the effectiveness or the efficiency of the fin surface will be expressed by this final formula in here, where the n itself is the root square of the HL square divided by KB. Okay. So that is very important. If I go back again on top in here, I want to check whether I have defined my n square in the correct way. Okay. Yep. So this n square is this, so n itself is the root square of this HL square over KB. Okay. Then we can check in the particular situations of your H, your heat transfer coefficient, the length of your fin, your thermal conductivity, and also the basically the thickness of your fin, then how your fin will perform. Okay. With that, I conclude my video for this example. Thank you for listening.